It all started when Amara got into a massive roasting battle with Santiago. Things got so heated that Santiago went into angry dad mode, grabbed a broom, and started chasing Amara all over the place. Chapter 2. The hopeful boyfriend and best friend. While Amara was screaming and running for her life, her boyfriend Julio and his best friend Dylan, the Sigma Pro of course, were absolutely useless. Instead of helping, they were just in the background dancing and hitting emotes. Eventually, they stopped dancing, but only because they were paralyzed with fear at the sight of Santiago and his broom. The calm and the chaos. Finally, Amara got through the ordeal and Santiago calmed down, but the peace didn't last long. Amara's best friend Ariella, played by Kate Anderson, showed up since Ariella is Dylan's sister. She wasn't having any of this nonsense. Chapter 4. Sister Madness. Ariella was furious that the boys just stood there while Amara was in trouble. She didn't even need a broom. She just used her pure madness to start chasing Dylan. Chapter 5. The Great Escape. Seeing Ariella's rage, Julio decided he didn't want any of the part of that. Fear, he snuck away quietly to hide while Dylan was being chased by his sister. Later once, the coast was clear. Julio sent Amara a text to make sure she was okay, and she told me she was fine. Chapter 6. The Awkward Reunion. Julio finally builds up the courage to show his face at Amara's house. He walks in properly, trying to look cool, but everyone is already there. Santiago, hopefully without the broom. Ariella, hopefully without the madness. Plus Dylan and all the other friends and siblings. Chapter 7. The Big Surprise. Instead of another chase, the whole group reveals that they are heading out on a vacation. It's the perfect way to reset the vibes after all that chaos. Chapter 8. The Road Trip Ending. The van ride, everyone is back in their seats. Santiago is exhausted from the park chase, so he is focused on the road. Chapter 9. The Poke War, Amara. Amara is trying to play her game, and Alan is just rapidly poking her face. The tension is building up again. Chapter 10. The Master Plan. Amara realizes the arguing isn't working, so she switches tactics to youngest child defense. She starts crying and puts all the blame on Alan. Since Santiago already warned them about the broom, seeing his favorite daughter in tears is the final straw for him. Chapter 11. The Park Stop. Santiago isn't just making empty threats anymore. He pulls the big van over at a park and the vacation is officially on pause. He doesn't even hesitate. He grabs a broom from the back of the van and a chase is on. Chapter 12. The Broom vs. Alan Showdown. In the background, Alan is sprinting across the park, screaming his head off, with Santiago right on his heels, waving the broom. It's pure chaos. Chapter 13. The Victory Dance Party. Meanwhile, at the van, or right in the middle of the park, the rest of the squad decides that this is the perfect time to drop some emotes. You got the whole crew synced up. Chapter 14. Arrival at Myrtle Beach. The house. Santiago pulls up to a huge vacation house right by the water. Everyone is hyped to get inside. Chapter 15. The Worm Wall. The second the front door opens, the piece is shattered. Amara and Alan start sprinting and screaming over who gets the best bedroom. Chapter 16. The Death Stare. The Sight of Fear. Just as the argument reaches a peak, they both turn around and see Santiago. He doesn't even have the broom yet. He just has that look on his face. Chapter 17. The Instant Freeze. Because they remember what happened at the park, they both stop talking immediately. The mere thought of the broom is enough to make them behave. Chapter 18. The Sunbathe Squad. Amara and Ariella are living their best lives, relaxing and catching some sun. After all the drama with the broom and the car ride, they definitely earned some peace and quiet. Chapter 19. The volleyball match. Julio and the Sigma Pro, Dylan, are on the court. I bet Dylan is trying to Sigma emotes. Every time he hits the ball over the net, Julio's probably just glad to be doing something where isn't he being chased. Chapter 20. The Water Duo. Santiago and Alan are actually hanging out in the ocean. It's funny to think that just an hour ago, Santiago was chasing Alan with the broom, and now they're just swimming together. I guess the ocean salt washed away the broom rage. Chapter 21. The Sneak Attack. Alan and Dylan, the ultimate troublemakers, decide that Amara and Ariella just are looking way too relaxed while sunbathing. They sneak from the ocean and start blasting with water. Chapter 22. The Four-Way Battle. Amara and Ariella don't just sit there. They jump up and start spraying back. It turns into a full water war between the siblings and friends. Usually, this is the part where Santiago would yell and bring out the broom to stop the fighting. Chapter 23. The Plot Twist. Santiago joins in. Everyone freezes for a second when they see Santiago approaching. They probably think the vacation is over and the broom is coming back. But instead of being mad, Santiago decides the water is better than the broom. Chapter 24. The squad splits up. The group divides, which gives everyone a break from the chaos. The troublemakers, Dylan and Alan, are off doing who knows what, probably looking for more Sigma trouble. The errand crew, Santiago and Christy and Ariella, head to the store. This is the first time Santiago has been away from the kids. Hopefully, he left the broom in the beach house. The main event, Amara and Julio finally get some alone time. Chapter 25. The Ferris wheel scene. The setting. They are at the top of the iconic Myrtle Beach Ferris wheel. You can see the lights of the boardwalk and the ocean reflecting the moon below. The vibe. Julio isn't a scaredy cat anymore, and Amara isn't crying about Ellen. It's just two of them. The romantic kiss. Just as the Ferris wheel stops at the very top, leaning in for the big romantic scene. Chapter 26. The Sunset Proposal. After the romantic Ferris wheel ride, Amara and Julio meet the rest of the group on the sand. As the sun is dipping below the horizon, painting the sky in deep purples and golds, Julio suddenly stops walking. He gets down on one knee, and right there in the sand. He asks the big question, and Amara says yes. Chapter 27. The soft side of Santiago. This is the most heartwarming part. Santiago, the man who was chasing people with the broom and acting like a tough Sigma dad, completely breaks down. He starts crying, happy tears seeing his favorite daughter getting engaged. No broom in sight, just pure dad pride. Chapter 28. The Final Kiss. With the whole squad, Alan and Dylan, Ariella, and Christy cheering and watching the sunset, Julio and Amara share one last kiss to seal the deal. Okay, guys, that's the end of the stories. Thank you for watching this and reading this. If you really like the story, please rate the story to 1 to 10 in the comments, and I hope to see you later.